This is the new Audi RS3, and I bet you want to know how it compares to the Mercedes-AMG A45. Well, I'm going to find out later in this video. But first, I'm going to give this car a jolly good testing because apparently Audi says it's a lot more fun than the old RS3. But I'll be the judge of that.
With that in mind, let's kick off the carwow 5 cool things about this German Uber hatchback.
The highlight of this car has to be it's rather lovely. 2.5 litre, I don't know what I'm stroking, it's a bit odd, isn't it? Anyway, 2.5 litre, 5-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. It has 400 horsepower, which is pretty much twice that of the original Quattro. Also, it has 480 newton-meters of torque, and you can get from 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. That's why I'm stroking it. I mean, those are good figures. No, it's just weird, isn't it? It's a good engine, though. Let's cut this now, please, cut. Before I say something else stupid. Just cut! This RS3 gets the special RS Sport dial. Look at that! With a big rev counter with speedo in the middle. And then you can get other displays as well, such as, look at this, G meter and power and torque from the engine. Oh, it's so exciting. Unlike the Mercedes-AMG A45 and the BMW M2, you can get the RS3 with carbon ceramic front brakes, which is great if you go on track a lot because they don't fade as much as normal brakes. The only thing is they'll cost you more than £4,500. Oh well, you don't have to have them if you don't want to. Audi has made the RS3 as light as possible, and as a result, it's got the highest power to weight ratio in its class, so a better power to weight ratio than the BMW M2 and the Mercedes-AMG A45. You want to know what that number is? It's 265 horsepower per tonne. Now, part of these weight saving measures include an aluminium bonnet, which saves 7 kilos over the normal steel bonnet you get on the A3. Also, the engine in this car is 26 kilos lighter than the engine in the old RS3. When you add up all these weight savings, you get to around 80 kilos less than the old RS3, which is about the same weight as me. So, new RS3, that's the weight of the old RS3. Makes a difference. There's some flaps in the exhaust which remain closed when you're just cruising along, so the car isn't too noisy on the motorway, but they open up when you put your foot down, so it's nice and loud. And if you want it to be even louder, you can upgrade to the sports exhaust, which sounds like this.
However, not everything about the RS3 is great. Here's 5 annoying things about it.
The normal Audi A3 starts from around £20,000, but the RS3 is £45,000, which is quite a lot for a hatchback. This particular car with options is actually 60 grand. In fact, if you spec up an RS3 as much as you can, you're looking around £65,000. Now, if you click up there, you can go to carwow.co.uk, you can build your ideal car online, and then within 24 hours, you'll get 5 great offers back from top dealers. So go and do that, on any car for that matter. Unlike the BMW M2, you can't get the Audi RS3 with a manual gearbox. It's a 7-speed auto only, and the auto can be a little bit jerky when you're manoeuvring at low speeds. Other than that, it's blooming brilliant. The boot is 10% smaller than on the normal A3. That's it, I definitely don't want the RS model. I'm joking. The RS seats don't quite go low enough for a sporty car, and the side bolsters don't really hold you that firmly in place when you go around the corner. You always feel like you're going to fall out of them. Oh no, I've fallen. I've actually hit my elbow. This car's top speed is electronically limited to 155 miles an hour. It is actually capable of 174 miles an hour, but if you want to unlock the 174 miles an hour, you have to pay Audi an extra £1,600. The dirty, thieving...
Thankfully, you won't feel shortchanged with the rest of the RS3 experience. Being based on an A3 means there's plenty of room for passengers. Also, interior quality is impressive, and being the RS, there's some added sporty frippery. But there's way more visual upgrades on the outside.
I'm going to talk you around the design of this new RS3 and show you how it's different to the normal A3. And I'm going to start at the back because this is the view you're most likely to see, because usually this car will be ahead of you. So you've got a big rear bumper, it's got a diffuser integrated into it, and you've got oval tailpipes, one on each side of course. Around the side you get some 19-inch alloy wheels as standard. I almost forgot it actually. You've also got a spoiler there. It's rather discreet, that's why I almost forgot it. You know, for a hot hatch, it's not too in your face really. You've got some side skirts. The car is lowered over the normal A3, and that improves the handling, but it also makes it look meaner, as do the wider wheel arches. As you come around to the front, you get LED headlamps as standard, some RS badging here at the front, and you've got an RS style honeycomb grille, and then down you've got a deeper front bumper here and Quattro badging to remind you that this car has Quattro all-wheel drive. And I like the fact that this is in like a battleship grey colour. Looks sort of mean. Not quite as mean though, I don't think, as a Mercedes-AMG A45. But what do you think? Now here's some pictures of the Mercedes, just to remind you. Now what I want you to do is click up there and vote and let me know which you think looks the best, the Audi or the Mercedes.
What's more important though is how the RS3 and A45 compare from behind the wheel. First up, the Audi.
Now one of the good things about the RS3 is that you can drive it around every day and it's perfectly comfortable and easy to live with. This is the standard suspension and it doesn't feel too firm, even though I'm riding on massive alloy wheels. If you get the adaptive suspension, it's even more comfortable. It really is a nicely rounded car. Now a lot of people think that something like an Audi RS3 is going to be a little bit boring, but it can actually be a bit more fun than you could imagine. Turn off the stability control in this thing and it will be a little bit playful, especially in the wet. It's going to be harder to get it moving around in the dry, but that's one of the benefits of Quattro. It lets you enjoy the car fully, even when it's peeing down with rain. And I'm glad that Audi lets you turn the stability control all the way off, and the off is indeed off. Whoa! So you can do a little bit of sliding around if you want. One of the things that does surprise me about this car is the engine. So, I mean, it's lovely, but I think it sounds a little bit better on the outside than on the inside. Those outside the car really get to appreciate that 5-cylinder warble. What a warble, I love the noise this car makes. Would you like to see how easy it is to race start an RS3? So, you pull up at the lights, left foot on the brake, foot on the throttle, release, go, and it's that easy. That was 60 then, that's 80, that's 100, that's 100, that'll do. Woo! It's that easy.
When I measured the Audi, it did 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3.7 seconds. But how will the Mercedes compare? It costs from £42,000 and has a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo engine with 381 horsepower and 475 newton meters. Power is sent to all 4 wheels through a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox. So, let's see how it launches.
Now what I have to do is actually pull both pedals up, confirm that I want to race start, then go. And it's fast, it's very fast as well. That's 60, that's 80, and there's the 100 miles an hour.
In the Mercedes, I did 0 to 60 miles an hour in 4 seconds dead. Not bad, but how is the rest of the driving experience?
When you jump into the A45, right away it feels a bit more like a racing car. I don't know whether that's because you're sat lower in it, so your bum's closer to the road. The steering just has a little bit more weight to it. And then there's like the design as well. The design is just a bit more sporty with these big dials. It doesn't seem to move around quite as much as the Audi. A bit more inert. Just doesn't communicate with you as well as the Audi, this chassis. It just doesn't, not for me. Not for me as an average driver, which I'm sure most of you are as well. The Audi is the more fun car. Okay, wait a minute. The Audi RS is more fun than the equivalent Mercedes-AMG. I've never said that before in my entire life. Well, I must say, I'm quite surprised with this new RS3. I do like it a lot more than the old car. You know, it's got a brilliant engine. The chassis is actually pretty good as well. It moves around, it's playful. I'm surprised by that. And of course, it's dead easy to live with every day. It's a comfortable, easy car to drive. What's not to like? And I really do like the Mercedes-AMG A45, but it's just more of a one-trick pony. If you're going on lots of track days, you'd love it. It feels sharp. It's a bit like a racing car, more so I'd say than this, but for most of the time, yeah, this RS3 is really impressive. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it. If you click up there on our logo, you can subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the notification icon so you're updated when we upload a new video. And if you want to watch more of our videos, click either side of me.